What's going on? Welcome back to the vlog. Today is Friday. It's my time to talk about teaching. Yep, I'm a teacher. Amongst all the tomfoolery that I participate in and or merrymaking, general foolishness, you might forget that I'm a teacher. That's my trade. That's what pays me the big bucks. That's how I afford this lavish home. This, just look at my wild, this is a magical, expensive cat from a foreign land, and all my nice things is, no, I'm just kidding. Teachers don't get paid much. Anyways, I wanted to, I'm not in the classroom right now because I had to get home and I had to start another fire in my stove. We don't have heat in our house, well, our furnace, anyway, did a video about that yesterday. Hang on. Okay. So I wanted to share a message with you today, and is this an interesting enough background? Sometimes I feel like I just want to get my message out. I'm not thinking like, is that interesting? Here, you know what? Sit by the hearth. You can see the fire. Okay. So that little opening shot was a little sort of placard thing that we have in our kitchen-ish area, and I admit I don't look at it every day before I go to school, but. What I wanted to talk about today is, teaching is so much more than the data, the standards, your lessons, the content that you're teaching, and sometimes that gets completely overlooked, and sometimes we have to recenter ourselves and realize, what is the big picture? What is the big picture? Why, right? Like, I would like to think that most teachers, get into teaching for more than just, I love history, or boy, I sure love math. Most teachers, I feel like they get into teaching because they love kids. They love working with kids, or they want to have some sort of bigger purpose, educating the next generation, I feel like, there's a bigger calling involved than just you like math or social studies. So, for me, my biggest draw to teaching, and every time I get down on myself or have a bad day or a bad lesson or I'm in a rut, I remember that my purpose for teaching is to inspire, is to motivate, is to, get through to that student and help him be, not just get successful in kindergarten, but to have a love of learning, not just a love of school, a love of learning, to become a lifelong learner, to have confidence in themselves and to inspire them to want to do something with their life. And I know they're 5, but it's never too early to start. When this is a memory that'll never leave my mind. When I was growing up, my grandma, my dad's mom, she would always call me Master Kyle. It was kind of like a funny thing, like, how's it going, Master Kyle? Like that. She would always call me Master Kyle, or just Master, I always thought it was kind of funny. But her purpose behind it was bigger than that, and I didn't realize this till later. She called me that because she wanted to get in my head that one day you're not gonna do great things. You're gonna go on, you're gonna get your master's degree, you're going to achieve some great things. And it worked. Like, I went ahead and got my master's degree. Like, I didn't. So it's never too early to start planting those seeds of something bigger, and a love of learning, and a love of school, and just a love of achievement and wanting to just do something. I've always taught in very low income areas, students of high needs and high poverty, and I always, I have this optimistic view about the world, and I have my own privilege, but I still believe in these principles: hard work, dedication, and focus. And I believe truly that anyone can achieve whatever they want if they put that effort in. And I know certain people start at different areas, I get that. But just because you go to a school that's low income, and just because your parents may be on welfare or food stamps, you can still get out. And the reason why I know that is because I myself, when I was born, when my whole childhood we were on welfare, food stamps, and I was able to get out, I was able to get good grades, go to college, I have student loans out the butt, but I made it happen, right? So what I'm getting at is inspiring these children that I teach that you can do something amazing with your life. You can truly do what you want. It just takes hard work, dedication, and it takes a little bit of resilience. And so that's not in the curriculum. That's not in the state standards. That's not on the test. It's something that we have to do through our interactions with them, our excitement through our learning, our, just day-to-day, like, how we frame what we're doing. Saying, hey, today we're gonna read this, I'm gonna teach you how to read today. We're gonna try to get a little bit better at reading today. We're gonna try and learn some new sight words, and we're gonna read this book, and then we're gonna write about what we read. Why? Because I know you really want to play hockey, Maxwell, and if you really want to play hockey, you want to get into a good university to play hockey and go to the NHL, you're going to have to be a really good reader, because in college, you got to read a lot of stuff. And so it's really just connecting that to the real world, but it's never too early to start with the youngest students of start planting that seed of achievement. And I'm sort of like, I don't believe college is the end-all be-all. For some people, it's for some people, it's not for others, especially with the advancement in technology and information is so accessible. Everything, we don't need a book or a school to give us all the information we need. It's right here. What we need schools for is to teach us some of those other skills that we don't get at home. How to socialize, how to problem solve, how to think critically about the world. And those are the things that I try to instill. Even in my 5-year-olds, yeah, it's a chore. I come home exhausted every day because it's such a huge ordeal to try to, do that, especially when they're not always ready for it. But teaching is about so much more than just what you teach out of the textbook. And just remember, if you're in a down moment, if you're having a hard time, if you're in a rut, go back to what it is. What is your thing? What is the thing that motivates you to teach? What's your big why? What is the big reason you're doing this? And try to get back to those roots and sort of frame everything that you do from that new lens of, oh yeah, I don't really care about math or reading or science. I care about molding minds for the future. I care about inspiring students. I care about having students see themselves in the future, project something positive, and start to build that confidence within them that they can achieve what they want. And so that's my why. That's what I want to do. That's why I teach kindergarten, because I get them first. I can plant those seeds and they can start sprouting. By the time they go to first, second grade, they're already thinking about who knows what they can achieve, and try to give them that love of learning and that thirst for, I want to do better. Yes, I want to get to that next reading level. I want to master that next skill. And it's hard, but it's worth it in the end. And so that's my message I want to tell for you today. Thank you so much for watching. What's your why? Why do you teach? What is the thing that drives you? Leave it in the comment down below. Find your gift, share it with the world, and remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.